brother. How are you? Good to see you, man.
Good to be here, man. Super awesome.
Right?
Wobbly chair or we good?
Paulo? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
All right, there's water next to you.
Thank you. Tá bom, obrigado.
Little, yeah. Not terrible though.
Is it good? Tamar. Tamar. Tá bom aqui? Ou assim? Ou sem? Assim mesmo?
All right, everybody, welcome. Who has the first question?
Dana, I wanted to start with you and ask you about the significance of the main event, right? Just the second time in UFC history you'd have a men's title fight with an undefeated champion, an undefeated challenger. I mean, I imagine some of Anderson's fights are the biggest middleweight title fights in history, but for you, historically, what's the importance of this fight?
Yeah, no, I love these kind of fights. When you have two of the baddest dudes in the world, undefeated, in their prime, facing off for the world title, nothing gets better than this. And I said, when you look at this fight stylistically, I picked this fight to be fight of the year.
Yeah. For the other guys in the co-main, we talked to Dom and Jan yesterday, and they both said, sure, we would have loved to beat John Jones, but he's gone. This is the title fight. This is the real title. I'm curious, you as a promoter, once you know who the winner is, you know who the champion is, do you feel like you have to give him any help to like kind of help him get out beyond that shadow of John Jones?
No, I think these guys will fight. One of them will win the title, and then their careers will speak for themselves. They're going to have to, to. It always sucks when you can't beat the guy. To be the man, you got to beat the man. That whole thing. But if these guys win the title and go on a run like John Jones has had, their careers will speak for themselves.
Fair enough. Israel, I wanted to ask you, please. There's been a lot of talk today about, or this week, I should say, about energy and feeding off your opponent and what they offer you. I know we kind of just got here and we're out on a beach right now, but what kind of energy are you picking up from Paulo right now?
Weak from cutting weight. I can see he's sucked out. He's dry. The sun's affecting him, and yeah, he's trying to keep it together. I saw him when he arrived. He walked past my condo, and yeah, it is what it is.
We're all looking forward to the stare down. We're excited that we get to have those. That's something we haven't got to do a lot lately. What about you? Do you enjoy that moment of getting up close and getting that close to somebody ahead of a fight? And what do you take out of those moments?
100%. That's why I already did it. I didn't have to walk back, but I did just to feel him. And yeah, like I said, I had him and the gremlin giggling like little girls. So from a guy who said he wouldn't shake my hand, he actually acted different when I met him in person. So yeah. Well, if you weren't gonna shake my hand, why don't you slap it out the way? And I called you skinny, like you've been calling me skinny.
You gave your hand to me, so I'm not a disrespectful guy like you.
But what?
I'm educated.
Paulo, let me ask you, people do worry about your weight cut, right? It's a big one for you. You said it's tough yesterday. When he says you look weak, do you feel weak? Is this a tougher weight cut than it has been in the past?
No, I'm feel great. Of course, I'm on process of cut weight, but if I'm weak now, he's still always weak. He don't need to cut weight to be weak. He's weak every time.
Israel's had some fantastic fights and some highlights in the UFC. When you look at his opponents, what's the biggest mistake or a common mistake that his opponents make against him?
No, I think
Talk too much.
I think he knows my potential, my powerful, how dangerous I am. He knows that. Everybody knows.
Last thing for you, Paulo. We're looking at this as your power versus his precision, right? But I wonder, should we be talking more about your grappling, your jiu-jitsu background? Are we looking at this fight the wrong way?
Before becoming a striking, I was grappler. I'm black belt jiu-jitsu. My brother is here, my coach, and I have a lot knowledge on BJJ. And yes, this fight can be on the ground also.
He sucked as a grappler. Whenever he shoots, he loses his gas tank within the first or second shot.
You never saw my grappling.
No one needs to see your grappling because you sucked. You were on tough on the floor. Say no, I gave my all. I give 100%, 100%. Though.
No.
You can't grapple for shit.
Bullshit. You're blue belt of jiu-jitsu.
And I still whooped the black belt on the Eddie
blue
Bravo.
belt of
And
jiu-jitsu.
I had him in a triangle straight away.
You're like
blue
a
belt.
kid
If I grab your
jiu-jitsu.
neck, trust me, I'm not gonna give it back.
You don't know how to do an arm lock.
Do me a shrimp. Do me a shrimp right now.
You don't know even how to do an arm lock or give you a
I'll
chin.
bolo you
You're
if
a
I
blue
wanted
belt
to.
of jiu-jitsu.
I'll grab your fucking collar right now and
you
put you
never
with a bow
put
and
a
arrow.
gi on your body, on your skinny body. You never put one gi on your skinny body, huh? Talk about jiu-jitsu with me. You're crazy.
I take acai too.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Dominic, just a quick one for you, if I could, please. I mean, obviously, a lot of people feel you won your last fight. You're the odds maker's favorite. Your name's first on the poster as far as this matchup goes. When you walk in on the cage on Saturday night, Sunday morning, do you feel like you're walking in as the champion already, or do you have to prove something?
I mean, it's about every performance. Every performance speaks for itself. It's all in this industry. It's about what you've done for me lately. So I'm showing up, and I'm going to prove that I'm the best in the world. That's all there is to it.
Nice. And just one quick one, if I could, for Jan as well. It wasn't that long ago, Jan, that you were 1-4 over 5 fights, and we were kind of writing you off, and now here you are with a great chance to be champion of the world. What do you attribute the success to for kind of not being derailed and keeping that drive going forward?
I just have to beat Dominic, that's it. And I will in Sunday morning.
Fair enough. And Dane, I just have one last one for you real quick. Yesterday during the media day, several athletes, Israel included, Hakeem Dawodu, Sajar Eubanks, they all brought up the fact that they were a little bit upset with Colby Covington and some of his latest remarks. I know last week you said, hey, I'm freedom of speech, but do you feel like we might be getting to a point where we got to say, hey, listen, if something's racist or can even be perceived as racist, that's the line. You got to cut it out.
That's the 10th time you guys have asked me this. Yeah, I mean, these guys all have their own causes, things, all their own beliefs. We don't muzzle anybody here. We let everybody speak their mind. I don't know what he said that was racist. I don't know if I heard anything racist that he said. I don't know.
Would you agree that if it is racist, though, it's wrong? It doesn't have a place?
Of course. Come on.
Well, just want to get
I'm
it
not
on
going to
record.
play these games with you guys. Come on. If it's racist, would I? Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Izzy, we'll start with you. There's been a lot of chatter from a lot of the diehard fans about The Ultimate Fighter bringing it back. Was there any ever conversations for you to fight Paulo in The Ultimate Fighter's return?
Nope, we never. I saw that on Instagram, people tagging me in that, and yeah, we never had a chat about that. I don't know where that came from.
Any consideration of that, Paulo, on your side?
About the Ultimate Fighter?
The Ultimate Fighter.
No, I'm able to do anytime, but I think he's scared to do this with me. I don't know why.
We talk a lot about negative energy. You guys have studied each other for a long time. You've known each other, would be facing each other. What's the one nice thing that you could say about Paulo? Izzy, we'll start with you.
He has a good crowd. He's brought a laugh crowd with him. He's got a lot of yes men around him.
Just my team, my coach. As you coach
Yes
there.
man, yes man, yes
Coach
man.
here. My
Yeah,
four
I
coach.
have a lot of people
I
around me.
don't need
They
crowd
discipline me.
to-
You actually,
to-
yeah, you
to
do.
help
actually
you
have
as out.
a nice little audience, a little posse. I actually have a martial arts sensei. I don't have to switch teams or nothing like that. I stayed true to the people who got me to the dance from day one.
Is there anything, Paulo, you could say nice about this guy?
Nice about him.
Yes.
I met him personal live on the upstairs there on the hallway on the hotel, and he extended his hand to me, and oh, you look good. How are you? You know, I expect to see a different kind of guy, like a just
He's
guy.
that dog that barks
But-
behind the fence. Whenever there's a fence, he barks behind the fence. But then when you open the fence,
But
then he's just
I
got
don't
smelling
know. I don't know
timid
who
around
truly
you.
he is. You know, if he's a fake. He's
Trust me.
He,
Hey,
he-
get your
or
titties
if
out
he's,
again.
he
Get your
was
titties
scared.
out
I don't
again.
know.
Show
I
us.
don't know. But
Sets out for the
I don't know.
boys.
I just will go to erase him.
Dominic, your opponent Jan, he's predicting a third round finish. You have 9 first round finishes. He has 7. What's the chances you think this fight makes it into the second round?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it will, but we'll see. We'll see. We both got power, and we both want to put each other down. So when this gold belt's on the line, I mean, I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
How much more confidence that you have now after going the distance with John Jones, some say controversial loss, heading into this match with Jan?
It's another fight, man. It's just he's a completely different opponent. He brings different challenges to the table, and I got to address him. And I already know what I got to do to win. I just got to show up and do it.
Question for Dana. How's your tooth feeling now?
It's great. Thanks.
And lastly, any update on Hamzat fighting here on Fight Island before Damian Maia?
No, he'll fight. He'll fight in Vegas.
Hey, Dom. There's been a lot of talk about John Jones and stuff like that, but one of the downsides of having a dominant champion is the division sort of gets stagnant. Do you feel now he's gone, you're in a position to revitalize the 205-pound division?
Yeah, man. It's gonna be my reign. It's a whole new division, man. It's the same thing, different story. But I'm the champ now. That's all there is to it. I mean,
Not yet. No, you are.
we'll see.
We'll see.
And for Jan, it's pretty clear that Dominic Reyes gave John Jones probably his hardest fight. Perhaps should have won that
Because
fight.
John Jones don't fight against me.
Did you see anything in that fight? What did you think Dominic Reyes did best in that fight that you can see and go, well, that's something I have to look out for?
Hey, stand up is really good. You know, good takedown defense, southpaw position, good kicks. So, but I found with my team his weakness, and I show in Sunday morning.
And for Israel, you mentioned at the beginning about Paulo Costa's weight cut. How much do you think it will affect him on fight night?
He's never made 185 on the dot. And every time, you have that 1 pound allowance. And he's already struggling. But that 1 pound, that 600 grams is a lot, especially if you've never been there before. But it's never really been an issue for me. I feel great. I don't feel drawn out. I can be in the sun all day, but I just like to relax when it's fight week.
Did you anticipate? Go on, sorry, Paul.
I have been make 185.
When you were
already.
16.
I did.
Still on the juice.
3 years ago before FC. But my body is respond better than ever. I'm on the the most low weight now than on my most recent fight against Joel Romero. So my weight is going very well. I feel great. A lot of energy. You guys will see a beast inside the cage.
This is one of the first times you guys have been next to each other, and obviously you guys are going back and forth. I was interested, Paulo, this is probably one of the first people who's really gone at you verbally before a fight. Does it annoy you, having someone poke you and irritate you?
Ele deve ser o primeiro cara que fala muito antes de uma luta com você. Isso te perturba?
No, it's normal to me. It's normal. He's not the first guy who talk a lot shit, and I'm really I'm good with that. It does not affect me. I'm very professional, and I will do my performance with no problem. It's not depends what he say or not.
And Dana, I was just curious for you, what does it mean for this guy? It's not that they're fighting for a title, they're both undefeated. What does it mean for a champion to defeat an undefeated contender, and vice versa for the contender to be an undefeated champion?
Yeah, that's what I said when we opened. Couldn't ask for anything more if you're a fight fan. If you love watching fights, this is the type of fight you want to watch right here.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay, so my question is for Jan. Jan, obviously, this is the huge moment for Polish MMA, and the support comes from all over the place, from the fighters, from the other athletes, from the media. It's basically everyone in Poland is talking about your fight. How it does feel like 2 days before the event?
It feels great. I cannot wait, to step to octagon and start fighting against Dominic. So, yeah, it's a historic moment for Polish MMA, and I'm excited, I cannot wait to start fighting.
Okay, and question for Dominic and for you. We see a lot of bad blood between the main event, but between you guys there are huge mutual respect. Where does it comes from?
I don't need bad blood. If I do my best what I can do inside the cage. I try to knock him out. But after the fight, I can drink bigger with him. No problem for me.
Same thing, man. This is a sport. I'm here. I approach it as a sport. I mean, some people have bad blood. Some people don't like each other. I have no bad blood toward Jan, but I do want to take his head off. So that's part of the game.
Okay, so the last one, fans say that Dominic looks a little bit like Vegeta, the character from Dragon Ball. So if he is Vegeta, what kind of character you will be?
Broly, you know him?
Come on, man. That's real easy.
Yeah, Broly was the best.
What?
All opposite.
Cool, man. Cool.
Question for Izzy and Paulo. What were you guys just saying to each other while the other two were answering questions?
Lots
Said
of
he
mean
liked my
stuff.
earring.
I say
Lots of mean things to each other.
I say that I like how you say this. Brinco. Yeah, I like his earrings. He's beautiful.
I said I
think
can fit it on
my
him.
mom
I said
has one.
I'll fit this on him on
I
Saturday
think
night.
my mom has one very similar of his ring.
You wish your mom had one
Beautiful,
very
it's
similar.
beautiful,
You wish your mom had one very similar.
Beautiful.
Shut the fuck up before I become your
Beautiful.
stepdad. Grounded. Go to your room.
One final one. Izzy, is there a reason you specifically wore an Akatsuki shirt out today?
I'm feeling dark for this fight. I'm feeling very Akatsuki, very Yakuza, if you will, you know? Very. I want to, like I said, even apparently Dana is like, oh, I'm not a fan of all the theatrics and whatnot, you know? But, yeah, I've been focused on the fight for this one. I haven't really thought about anything else because there's no fans. So I'm just focused on the fight for this one. I feel very dark. I feel like Jet Li in Unleashed. So I want to get unleashed on this guy.
Diana, what makes Fight Island 2.0 better than the first one?
What's the question? Is Fight Island 2.0 better than the
Yeah,
first one?
what makes it different from the first Fight Island?
Different fights?
Now that we have other sports back, you know, a lot of people are seeing other bubbles like the NBA bubble. I want to ask you, like, what makes MMA, you know, so different that it was the first sport back during the pandemic?
Because I wasn't afraid to. Go ahead.
This guy.
I wasn't afraid to do it, and I knew my staff would, and I knew the fighters would go. I knew.
And just for Jan and Reyes, you know, does the fact that you guys don't have the bad blood affect, like, you know, mentally? Do you prepare different for that?
Not at all. It's the same preparation. We're here to fight. That's it. He's in my way. That's all there is to it.
Same thing. I just want to do my best inside the octagon. That's it. I don't need bad blood.
Question to Dana. You already said that Khamzat Chimaev is not coming to the Fight Island. Just this morning, he tweeted that he's getting a main event fight, which is going to be for 5 rounds. Can you confirm this information?
Yeah, it's true.
And any word on his opponent?
No.
Is it going to be a ranked fighter?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, just one for Paulo. We know that you are a big fan of Bolsonaro, and last weekend we had Trump calling Colby Covington after his win. Would you feel happier if Bolsonaro called you after you win?
Yes, me and he, we are friends. You want Portuguese or English?
It can be in English, it's fine. So
Okay. We are good friends. I have been there for, I think, 3 months ago on his palace. I don't know how say the name of that place. But, yes, I told him, I have a good talk with him. I told him I will raise the flag of Brazil there and to represent our Brazilians and bring this victory to our country and for him, because he's a hero for me also.
did he say anything if he's gonna call you? Are you expecting this call?
No, I have a direct line with him, you know, so we talk with WhatsApp sometimes. So, yeah, if he call me, I would be happy, of course.
Thank you.
Good? That's it? All right, thank you, guys. We'll square these guys off here in a minute.